Hi, my name is Julia Wojciechowski. My future career is human resources management, and I found 6 essential skills a human resources manager needs to have. So one of the first ones is clear writing, critical listening, conflict management, desecration. If I said it wrong, don't mind me. I don't know how to pronounce that word properly. Like it won't flow through properly. And then and trustworthiness, and then giving credit, and then faultiness ethics, and then don't mind my dog. This is Miller. And then I'm just reading off my notes. So for the first skill is the clear writing skill. And this may seem old considering we use technology for almost everything, like emailing and over Zoom and using Zoom chats and stuff like that. But in a lot of places still in the workplace, it still is required that you at least know how to write properly and making sure that you are writing very clearly. So for this, I personally don't think that I have to work on this because I already do have a very clear handwriting, so I don't typically have a lot of issues with dealing with like people don't understand what I'm like writing down. So for our second one is critical listening skills. So obviously as a HR manager, your first and most important job is listening. So basically you have to be able to listen, record the story, and be able to retell the story without that person being there. And so whether it's being able to tell the story and say this is so and so and this is what happened to them today at work, and it's a bad story, or whether it is a story about a sexual harassment thing or like a case. So you need to be able to rewrite and retell the story as if you were actually that person, and most of the time they want it word for word, but in some companies it really varies because most people want it word for word, but in some companies they will let you write down like a conclusion in a way, or like a summary of what they said. And then for the skill, I said that to practice this, what I can do is when I listen to like TED Talks or when I listen to like YouTube videos and stuff, I can actually write down notes as if I was listening to an employee, and slowly but surely be able to like retell the story without having to look at my notes, and being able to just retell it in general without having to have them tell me the story again or have to listen to it. And then for the third one, for conflict management, conflict is a part of the job. So it's very important to remember that it's your job to make uncomfortable or even hostile situations become nothing. And when I say that, what I mean by that is making the person you are handling the issue with see that there's always a different answer, or there is a solution to everything. So whether it's dealing with a tardiness issue, or dealing with hey, listen, you came into work today and a couple people said you smelled like dogs. Maybe coming in with a fresh set of clothes, or maybe having like a perfume or a cologne on you so you can spray before you come into the building, and so you don't smell like your dogs. Like, it's just, there's always a solution to something, and being able to tell them that and tell them, hey, it's it's not your fault, things happen, but we do have to fix this. So I can practice this. So this skill, I can practice this a lot more by using it in my own life, by listening to my partner, or when we're going over an issue, hearing what they have to say about an issue that they might have with me or something like that, and or maybe vice versa, of listening to what they have to say, and then going from there. And then discretion. If I said it wrong, I'm so sorry. Like I said, it's really hard for me to pronounce it. And trustworthiness. So HR people have to inspire trust and be able to practice discretion in every aspect of their environment with employees. So that's making sure that you're able to have a conversation with them and make sure that the whole office isn't aware of that conversation. Employees need to know that their personal information is protected at all times, and that their employees have a safe haven to share and express their thoughts and feelings. So one way that I thought about practicing this is probably like talking to my significant other or anything like that about how they feel and anything like that, and making sure that like I'm not sharing that information with anybody else, and that I just kind of keep it to myself as if it was like my employee. Number 5 is giving credits. So this is very important to tell your employees. It's good to give your employees recognition, even when it's used for negative circumstances. They need confirmation, and they sometimes need redirection. A way that I could practice this is nothing, to be honest. I personally thought that I already do this at work, and I do this at home, so I feel like I don't really need to have to like do it, if that makes sense. So faultless ethics was the last one. So a lot of HR teams have access to very sensitive information, and that can range from salaries to their people's social security number to their ID badges, stuff like that. So making sure that people know that we are keeping that information private, we are keeping that information in our little office area, that is not leaving the office, and that any other information as well that we do have, we keep to ourselves. And if we do not keep it to ourselves, that you're cut out of the job, you don't belong here. A way that I can make sure that I have knowledge and strength to keep this up and to actually do this correctly and positively is just to keep anything like business-wise just under wraps, or making sure that I don't share any valuable information that is not mine to be shared, or in general just about business. So yeah.